YouTube, how the f you doing?
I'm Nadeshot. I am the captain of the Optic Major League Gaming PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 competitive team.
Nadeshot gonna watch the tunnel. He's gonna see somebody right here. Gets one, gets two!
Now it's gonna be Nadeshot in the 1 versus 2. He's gonna jump around the corner. Can he connect? Yes, he can! 1 versus 1, stays alive. Gonna get challenged though. Can he pick up the kill? He does! Nadeshot with a huge play there.
Optic Gaming are your UFG Orlando Grand Champions.
Nadeshot, he's just casually, he's like, yeah, high five, bro. I got this, I got this. It's impossible, and FaZe know it. They have defeated Optic Gaming.
I just felt like I was playing to not lose. I wasn't really playing to win. I am going to be taking a break from competitive Call of Duty.
If I want to compete again, and I decide to compete again, it's going to involve me, basically starting my own team. It's going to be my own organization.
My company, 100 Thieves, has received a multi-million-dollar investment from Dan Gilbert, the owner of the Cleveland Cavaliers, to help me build my business. We obviously had a really big announcement this past week. We had Scooter Braun and Drake. They led our Series A.
Coming through. We win. Kenny though with the headshot. They're in the hard point. Just 2 more points needed. There's no contest. And we've got a new champion for the first time as an organization. 100 Thieves. They hoist the trophy.
The LCS Championship is going to be home to a new team. 100 Thieves rule the LCS.
These days, you probably know Nadeshot as the celebrity owner of 100 Thieves, one of the biggest esports orgs in the world. But getting to the top meant taking a lot of risk, including leaving behind his place as the face of competitive Call of Duty.
1-on-2 situation.
He has got that bomb down there. He just needs to defend A. He's going to pick up 1 versus 1 pre-fire.
Nice.
Oh, the pre-fire anticipation. He's nodding his head. He's like, yep, don't worry about it, boys.
Nadeshot joined Optic Gaming in late 2010 and represented the org at various MLG events, becoming one of the game's most beloved players. And yet, despite attending to the rigorous demands of a pro career, Nadeshot, through Hex's guidance, was encouraged to expand his reputation beyond competition and into entertainment. And by routinely posting montages and gameplay with commentary on YouTube, fans were able to get to know Nade on a more personal level.
YouTube, how the f you doing? Hey guys, Nadeshot here, and I gotta use my rock band mic to talk, but finally doing this vlog that I promised. I actually wanted to do a couple vlogs while I was at Columbus, MLG Columbus, for anyone that doesn't know.
But before he became the face of Optic's content and was winning tournaments for their thousands of fans, the biggest challenge standing in the way of Nadeshot's gaming career was winning the approval of his own mother.
Making videos and pursuing a gaming career, it wasn't ideal at home, just because my mom she never really understood what I was doing. She never really understood the concept of YouTube and live streaming and winning tournaments. She all kind of thought it was a fake or a scam, that people were just trying to get money out of me.
I feel like this kind of thing happens quite a lot. Parents never see streaming and competing as a legitimate career path for their child. So what was different with Nadeshot?
And I think you have to put it all in context first before you even start thinking about this, right? Like right now, being a professional esports player or a streamer, it's a hard path to go down for a career, but it is possible. Like, even if your parents hate this idea, if they don't want you sitting on your computer all night, if you become rich and famous doing it, they can't really ignore it. But back then, nobody was blowing up, playing video games, making YouTube videos, and streaming on Twitch the way we know they can now.
And back then, Nadeshot was a COD pro. Like, the MLG tournaments back in the day, they barely paid anything. People basically had to already be working a job or be in school to play. Like, they basically lost money trying to go to these tournaments. It definitely was not a viable career.
I guess it makes me wonder then, why would he stick with it? Why would he continue to stream and to compete if there was basically no guarantee of a future in it at all?
It's kind of cliche, but it was passion. Nadeshot knew that he couldn't just keep placing at MLG tournaments. he had to do more. He had to stream, he had to make videos, he had to prove everybody wrong, especially his mom.
This is where it all started. I got a job here when I was 15 because my mom was really on my case because I was playing video games all day and she just wanted to make sure I knew like the value of $1. It's like, get a job. And I'm like, Mom, I'm 15, give me a break.
Nadeshot juggled working at a McDonald's drive-thru and going to college with pro play and content creation, trying to prove he could do it all. And as Optic began winning events, his mom came around to the idea that her son had what it took to chase his dream. So he finally quit his job and went all in on COD.
You just made 100 grand. How does that feel?
I don't want to work at McDonald's anymore.
$100,000 might not seem like much today in esports, but to a 19-year-old Nadeshot, it was life-changing. It was enough money to prove there was a future for him on this path, enough money to risk leaving behind his real job and commit to COD full-time. But just when it seemed like things were finally looking up, in October 2012, Nadeshot suffered a tragic loss.
Some of you may have heard in the past couple of days on Twitter, if you follow me or anybody else, that my mom actually passed away at the age of 47 on Saturday night. She died in her sleep. It's kind of a gruesome detail, but just want to let you guys know that I truly am thankful for all the support that you've shown me on Twitter and all my social media outlets.
Nadeshot was crushed, but he remembered to take the lessons his mother taught him to push through the heartbreak and fight to make his dreams come true. The release of Black Ops 2 helped fuel his YouTube channel, and he committed to daily streams, growing his presence on Twitch as well. He even signed a contract with Red Bull Gaming in early 2013, cementing his status as one of the biggest names in pro Call of Duty. But Nadeshot wanted more, and Optic's owner Hex made him an offer that could take him all the way to the top, and all he had to do was drop out of school. The risk was huge, but Nadeshot moved into Optic's gaming house with his teammates and put every ounce of his being into content creation and competition. And it all paid off.
We hit 1 million subscribers, and it's a beautiful sunny day.
Nadeshot gonna watch the tunnel. He's gonna see somebody right here. Gets one, gets two. So he's got to get the kill. Gujar's got to find Clayster. Clayster's gonna look, and he gets the kill. And Optic Gaming wins it. Optic Gaming, your X Games gold medal champions. What a performance here from Optic.
The crowd chanting, it's all over.
The crowd chanting, it's all over.
It is all over, and it's been over for a while. Optic Gaming are your UMG Orlando Grand Champions.
Nadeshot was on top of the world with a massive win at UMG Orlando, which many believe to be the beginning of the Optic dynasty. And yet, Optic's season ended on a low note just a few months later.
At this point, it is just a matter of time.
It is. You can start the countdown now if you're a FaZe fan, because with 17 seconds left, it's impossible, and FaZe know it. They have defeated Optic Gaming.
But it wasn't just the team that was struggling. Nadeshot was feeling burnt out too. The non-stop vlogging, streaming, and competing was taking its toll. Nadeshot had spent the last 5 years of his life being constantly on, and now it was time for a change.
I just need some time to step back and really pursue other things that I'm passionate about.
Okay, so can you talk me through the feeling in the community when Nadeshot announced his retirement?
That's the thing. He didn't officially retire. He kept saying things like, I'm taking a break or a leave of absence. But it was still sad. Like, we all knew in the back of our minds that it was over.
Absolutely. I mean, he obviously had his reasons, I guess, and also a real retirement did come further down the line, right?
Yeah, it's hard for someone like Nade because he was on a God squad that was supposed to win champs, and to go out the way he did kind of forced him into retirement. A lot of people were already saying he was washed, but personally, I think a lot of fans, me included, were waiting for some sort of a comeback. We just wanted to see the man on the main stage again.
You gotta put into context how crazy this all was. Like, the guy quits his job, he drops out of college, goes pro, then he packs it up and decides to do it all over again. Like, he achieves his dream, his wildest dream, and then says, nah, I'm gonna do a different dream.
Nadeshot teased his plans for the future. He wanted to be more than a pro player.
If I want to compete again, and I decide to compete again, it's going to involve me, basically starting my own team. It's going to be my own organization. The concept itself isn't, set in stone. It's more of just an idea. And I have a dope name for the team that I think that I've really fallen in love with.
A year after leaving Optic's lineup in 2015, Nadeshot launched 100 Thieves, first as a Call of Duty org, but eventually it became something much larger.
Really what my vision for 100 Thieves is to take people that I genuinely enjoy being around and who are ambitious enough to where they want to make video games and YouTube like a full-time job, like that's their dream, that's their vision, that's their goal. I've been quite literally waiting 6 months to turn this camera on for this exact moment, and I'm so excited, guys. I'm so stoked to finally blow the lid off of everything that I've been working on and share it with you. My company, 100 Thieves, has received a multi-million-dollar investment from Dan Gilbert, the owner of the Cleveland Cavaliers, to help me build my business. We obviously had a really big announcement this past week. We had Scooter Braun and Drake. They led our Series A.
So when Nadeshot announced 100 Thieves, what were people actually excited for in that?
Yeah, so this was huge at the time. This was Nadeshot's team. He had a legion of fans just waiting for him to do something competitive again. We were all hyped, but his first team wasn't really that good.
Yeah, and I think for that reason, fans and Nadeshot tried to give them something else to be excited about. Yeah. He wanted this team to be more than just esports, right? Sure, they have a League of Legends team, they have a CSGO team for 5 minutes. Yeah. I think the fandom, the real sort of essence and the ethos of this org was about the apparel business.
Okay, so I guess the whole hoodie org thing started pretty early then.
Yeah, I mean, at the time and still currently, Nadeshot was a legit sneakerhead. He was doing unboxings on his personal YouTube channel, was doing the whole influencer thing. And, he really took that passion that he had for competing and being a streamer in his COD days and took it and brought it all, towards that apparel business that he was trying to build with 100 Thieves.
But the thing is, it worked. All those early drops, they're basically sold out instantly. I couldn't for the life of me get anything.
That's because they were actually cool. Let's be real here.
They were, yeah.
Esports apparel at that time wasn't exactly something that you're looking to wear to the bar with your friends. Maybe if you go to watch an LCS match, but I think what 100 Thieves was trying to do, what Nadeshot was trying to do, was create a brand and maybe create some hoodies that you could wear proudly outside of just the esports space. And I think he succeeded in his goal. I really did.
It also helped that eventually Nadeshot got some teams that were actually good.
Yeah.
100 Thieves will finish in style your first place 2018 spring team.
Over the next few years, 100 Thieves continued running like an esports org, signing players and throwing them into a team house, but they always followed Nadeshot's roots when it came to content. Vlogs and documentary-style series gave fans a behind-the-scenes look at 100 Thieves' inaugural season in the NALCS. The team may have ended that season on a low note, but their content strategy gave them one of the biggest fan bases in the league, and it didn't take long for Nadeshot and 100 Thieves to start finding success in other titles.
Coming through, Kenny though with the headshot, they're in the hard point, just 2 more points needed, there's no contest, and we've got a new champion!
I'm gonna pass out.
I'm gonna
pass out.
Let's go! Let's go! Can 100 Thieves do it? Nobody there for Gen G, and that's back to back. 100 Thieves are your 2019 CWL Anaheim champs.
100 Thieves' triumphs in both Call of Duty and Fortnite turned the brand into a legitimate esports powerhouse, proving that Nadeshot had what it took to run a successful org. The clothing kept selling out, the money kept pouring in, and they even built a massive training and content facility in Los Angeles.
What we're going to do is elevate all facets of our business: content, apparel, and esports. It's all going to live right here. And that's why I'm so excited to welcome you all to the 100 Thieves Cash App compound.
Okay, so What does the future look like for Nadeshot? We're 5 years in now to the whole 100 Thieves project. Is it going as well as people expected?
You know, I think we can give him a good grade so far. Look,
what grade?
We can give him a B. We can give him a B plus. Look, the fact is Nadeshot is facing the same challenge that everyone in his position in the esports world is. This thing has to make money, and it can't just be with lifting trophies. Now, I think Nadeshot's a good person to lead that charge for us, right? You know, he's taken risks. You know, he dropped out of college, you know, he went pro, he's got this whole apparel business going. So I think, you know, it could be him. He could lead us into the future where we can actually, you know, get somewhere as a community.
I mean, I think it's fair to say at this point, the 100 Thieves, they're definitely more than just an esports org at this point, right?
Absolutely. Like, I gotta be fair to the guy. If we can give him anything, it's that he did create something that's more than just games on a screen, right? And stages and, you know, the LCS, right? Like, this is a real apparel business. It's a real online entertainment company. And, you know, I think the guy deserves credit for that. The fact is that at some point, it's gotta make some money.
Yeah, but that's the thing. 100 Thieves is basically Nadeshot's baby, right? The same drive he had to become a Call of Duty superstar back in the day, this is the same drive behind 100 Thieves right now.
Right.
Some people might not like the way he does it, or it might fail completely, but we need somebody to do something like this.
Yeah,
absolutely, yeah. In true Nadeshot fashion, he still wasn't satisfied with fame and success. He wanted more. 100 Thieves branched out. They're making a video game. They make peripherals. They even have their own energy drink. Nadeshot lived one dream, then he lived another. He keeps betting on himself, doing things no other esports org has ever done before. But that's not to say that 100 Thieves haven't had their share of bad publicity over the years. A public fallout with Nick Merckx and, more recently, massive layoffs have left some people questioning whether Nadeshot places his own interests above his company's. But these are decisions that Nadeshot himself has defended.
So esports as a whole, like even as like the LCS in Valorant and Call of Duty, it hasn't been monetized at the level of which a lot of outside investors expected. And I've been in esports for a long time. I know how difficult it is for teams to make money. I feel like I understand our business really, really well. And I don't have a problem sharing my opinion about the direction that we should go and all the small decisions that, you know, have built this foundation that we have. And I just have so much guilt and shame that we had the company get to a point where we had to do a second round of layoffs.
Only time will tell if 100 Thieves can become what Nadeshot wants it to be. But what we can say for sure is that he dared to dream big and is one of the rare few who is willing to bet everything to make it happen.
Thanks for watching. If you want more content like this, hit the sub button and ring the notification bell. For unique bite-sized videos you won't find anywhere else, hit us up on our Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok.